Avalanche Studios, best known as the developer behind Just Cause, has just posted job listings for a technical director and senior programmer for multiplayer. There's been no word out regarding what the studio is currently working on, whether it's a sequel to the Just Cause series, or their Mad Max game, or even if it's an entirely new title. The job description contains the following lines, which are of note. This is a rare opportunity for the candidate who wants to play an instrumental and leading role in a small team developing next-generation multiplayer experience. If you're a person who likes being challenged and stimulated in an ambitious and talented environment, this position will suit you perfectly. Avalanche Studios is developing for both current and next-gen platforms. The job listing for the senior programmer also says that the studio is looking for someone to help develop their next-generation open-world/sandbox multiplayer engine. As of now, we have no precise information regarding the release of next-generation consoles, PS5 and the next Xbox, but speaking to GamingBolt, Michael Pachter had stated that the console will not be coming out anytime soon, but instead that its release may be as late as 2019 or 2020. In a callback to the Xbox One S having Halo's Master Chief in a warthog on the inside, the Xbox One X has a little Master Chief riding a scorpion, providing a callback to the console's former Project Scorpio name. This was uncovered by Spanish YouTube channel Uno Cero, which examined the inside of an Xbox One X and noted that interesting Master Chief hiding inside. Don't go about finding this on your own though, since dismantling your Xbox One X in this fashion can void the warranty. The Xbox One X will be launching on November 7th for $499. It's been touted by Microsoft as the most powerful console ever and will feature 6 teraflops of performance, 12GB GDDR5 RAM, and vapor chamber cooling to keep it running smoothly. Several games like Forza Motorsport 7, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, Gears of War 4, and so on will include updates to enable graphical enhancements like 4K support, thus ensuring a decent amount to play at launch. Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Origins is doing a lot of new things for the franchise, from the changes in the combat to the revamped quest structure. It will even have a new Discovery Tour mode that has no combat and allows players to just explore the story without any pressure. However, the game will also have difficulty settings for the first time in the series. Director Ashraf Ismail told Assassin Central that the difficulty settings are meant to cater to a wider audience. Furthermore, upping the difficulty will actually change enemies in certain ways rather than increasing their health. Difficulty can be changed at any point during the game as well. Some people play for the historical context, some people play for the narrative, some for the gameplay, and what we felt was by going deeper into the gameplay challenge of the game, we're feeding one part of the audience, but not others, so it was a natural step for us to think, well, let's give difficulty settings. It's an interesting new addition, though it remains to be seen how players are expected to tackle it. Will this encourage optimizing builds more, thus emphasizing the game's loot aspects? Or will enemies be more tactical, thus encouraging players to know their abilities all the better? We'll find out when Assassin's Creed Origins arrives on October 27th for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. The Tokyo Game Show has come and gone, and Square Enix's Final Fantasy VII Remake and Kingdom Hearts 3 were nowhere to be seen. We did catch some new information about Kingdom Hearts 3 in the past few months, especially with new gameplay videos and a release set for 2018. The biggest news for Final Fantasy VII Remake is that it's shifting to an in-house development. That being said, it seems like something big is coming. As per director Tetsuya Nomura, while speaking to Weekly Famitsu, there was only one announcement for Dissidia Final Fantasy NT at the Tokyo Game Show, but he has many things to show. To that end, Nomura asked fans to wait for more information. It could just be another useless tease or the promise of something that's going to come far down the line. Regardless, Kingdom Hearts 3 is due in 2018 for Xbox One and PS4, and Square Enix is pushing forward on development with Final Fantasy VII Remake. We'll take what we can get at this point. As has been the case for the last few years, Sony has confirmed that it will have a major presence at Paris Games Week, in lieu of its Gamescom absence. And its conference at the event, Sony has confirmed, will comprise of new game announcements for PS4 and PlayStation VR. Sony has confirmed as much in its blog post detailing its plans for the show. We could also presumably expect to get more details on previously announced games. Maybe God of War and Days Gone will be shown. I wouldn't expect The Last of Us Part 2 to be showcased before the PlayStation experience again this year. I imagine that's when we might next see Death Stranding as well. Still, a major new announcement for PS4 and PlayStation VR each, combined with some more information on some previously announced games, should make this worth watching. Sony will hold its show on 30th October, starting at 3 PM GMT and 4 PM CET. Hideo Kojima has made great use of motion capture quite recently, with Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes and The Phantom Pain. And while this was partly responsible for Kiefer Sutherland replacing David Hayter as Snake, something many fans of the series still resent the two games for, it's a known fact that Kojima was impressed by the technology. It's no surprise then that he's using the same technology in his upcoming Death Stranding as well. Writing a piece for the Rolling Stone, Kojima recently discussed the advantages of motion capture. The piece in its entirety was about much more than Death Stranding or even just games, as Kojima talked about the several things, including the filmmaking technology innovations that have been made in the past by movies like Planet of the Apes, Terminator 2, and Avatar. However, Kojima also went on to mention his upcoming game and spoke about how motion capture is helping storytelling in the video games medium as well. Kojima mentioned Norman Reedus and Mads Mikkelsen, and about how being able to capture and digitally recreate their performances has helped him and his team create a more realistic experience. In my current project, Death Stranding, we've captured real analog actors Norman Reedus and Mads Mikkelsen, and are recreating them digitally within the game, Kojima wrote. The ability to control a real actor is unique to the fiction of games, and leads to a more realistic experience, and that is the shared aim of games and movies alike. Digital technologies are the magic ingredient to achieve this goal. In the same piece, Kojima also went on to talk about other things, such as the potential of virtual reality, among other things. Death Stranding is currently without a release date, but you shouldn't expect it anytime before late 2018, if we're being optimistic. Stay tuned in the meanwhile for our continued coverage on the game. BioWare's new game Anthem will be similar to Destiny, with a focus on PvE content. The game itself was revealed only in June of this year, so it's likely still a long ways off from release. However, the disaster that was Mass Effect Andromeda has left a bad impression on many gamers' minds. Mass Effect Andromeda did not have a beta phase, although there was originally plans to have one, the multiplayer tech test. With this in mind, one fan took to Twitter and posted, "If this game doesn't get a beta like Mass Effect Andromeda, I'ma assume it's dead in the water." BioWare's Jonathan Warner replied that the game will in fact have a beta release. However, we'll have to wait a while for more details regarding the same, as Warner said to fans that the game is still a long ways off. It remains to be seen if Anthem can redeem the studio in fans' eyes. The game is planned to be released in the later half of 2018. It's already been announced that PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds will be making it to the Xbox One later this year. However, in a recent interview on Bloomberg, it's been revealed that Bluehole is engaged in talks with Sony to bring the game over to the PlayStation 4. The game itself has been a huge phenomenon in the gaming world, currently having the highest number of concurrent Steam players at 1.5 million. It should come as no surprise then that everyone will want a piece of this game. What's even more amazing is that the game is still in early access. What has ensured the game's success is the variety of strategies and mind games that players can use to emerge victorious. The game will be officially out for the PC and the Xbox One sometime later this year, and we can hope that it'll be out for the PlayStation 4 sooner rather than later. That'll be it for this video. If you like what we're doing, please go ahead and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.